And Kelsey Plum blows the lid off the joint, letting us all in on a small secret. Team Clark, they had no idea what was awaiting them walking into that locker room come WNBA.
Kelsey Plum went well too far, and Sabrina Ionescu wasn't going to let it happen. What should have been a time for WNBA players to come together at the All-Star game turned into one of the worst press conferences we've ever seen. Plum threw shade at Caitlin Clark for no reason while sitting next to one of Clark's biggest fans. The nerve is truly unbelievable.
We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise, but the t-shirt, just united front was determined this morning, that we had a meeting for, and, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were.
The 2025 WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis was meant to be Caitlin Clark's big chance to show off. Instead, she's sitting on the sidelines with a groin injury, watching what should have been her moment passerby. But that wasn't even the worst part. After the game, Kelsey Plum took a wholly unjustified shot at Team Clark, which was the true calamity.
Kelsey Plum was at the All-Star Game in Indianapolis. She made quite a scene, bruh. This time, at the conclusion of the game, I was one of the first people to break the story about her actually making comments about Caitlin Clark's team not being at this meeting for the CBA negotiations. Now, we know the WNBA All-Stars came out with these t-shirts. Pay us.
The WNBA players had recently finished their "Pay Us What You Owe Us" shirt protest, which sent a strong statement regarding discussions for collective bargaining. It was meant to demonstrate support. Instead, Plum made it into a petty drama fest that showed how badly some veterans treat the league's brightest player.
Women's National Basketball Players Association President Brianna Stewart, Vice President, and Nafisa Collier, all on opposing teams from Team Clark. How does it work out that the 3 biggest players in the Players Association had an idea about wearing a "Pay Us What You Owe Us" t-shirt, make this decision last minute that this is what the players will do? Team Clark somehow isn't.
During the post-game press conference, Plum was explaining the morning meeting where players decided to wear the Unity shirts. Then she went entirely off script with this bomb. Not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. The room went dead silent. You could feel the awkwardness through the screen.
It was a genuine surprise, but the t-shirt, just united front was determined this morning, that we had a meeting for, and, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just, we had a very, that really needed to be mentioned.
But here's what makes this even more insane. Sabrina Ionescu was seated right there, literally arm's distance away, representing Team Clark herself. The contempt was so clear, so unwarranted that Ionescu couldn't hide her reaction. She immediately shot Plum a look of pure disbelief, rolled her eyes, and delivered the most sarcastic response. That truly needs to be highlighted.
WNBA players, they get more unlikable every day. And the blatant jealousy, the blatant hatred towards Caitlin Clark is, it's obvious. They don't even try to hide it. We got Kelsey Plum talking about these pathetic shirts that they wore out onto the court. And I'm going to tell you, these players all put these shirts on. And like I said in a couple of previous videos, that backfired.
If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. The tension was real. Ionescu's expression said it all. This wasn't just awkward, it was out of pocket. A veteran throwing shade at absent teammates while claiming to promote unity. Let's be real. When Caitlin Clark was ruled out of the All-Star game, ticket prices dropped 48% in under 24 hours, from $121 to $64. That's not a small dip. It's a collapse in demand driven by one player's absence.
Caitlin Clark, she was officially ruled out before all of these things. and look at the news that dropped. This is wild. WNBA All-Star Weekend. It's supposed to be the star of all stars. All the big dogs is out. Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, everybody's out. The big dogs are out. You got the Rook, you got Angel Reese, Miss Me Too. All of the stars are here. And look at this news. The get-in price for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis has dropped 48% from $121 to just $64 after news broke that Caitlin Clark.
Think about that for a second. The get-in price for a WNBA All-Star Game in its most popular player's home city dropped nearly 50% the moment Caitlin Clark was ruled out. Some resale tickets went as low as $60, with fans trying to offload them at any price. But it gets worse. WNBA ratings tell an even clearer story. National broadcasts drop by 55% when Clark doesn't play, and her team's viewership falls 53%, from 1.81 million to just 847,000. These aren't minor dips. This shows that Caitlin Clark isn't just part of the league, she is the league right now.
Oh, so look at that. Prices for the WNBA All-Star Game have plummeted 49% after Caitlin Clark was ruled out due to injury, per TikTok. I can't say that I'm surprised by this at all. I mean, no matter how much you love her or hate her, Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. When she goes, the ratings go. Simply put.
When Clark plays, viewership soars. 2.2 million watched her return, peaking at 2.8 million. She's driving record ratings and revenue for the league. Sabrina Ionescu backed her instantly, not just with words but with support during injury. While Plum throws shade, Ionescu builds the game, knowing Clark's success lifts everyone.
And latest being this viral Kelsey Plum dig, if you will. And I was in the room for this. It did strike me as very odd in the moment when she said what she said. I wrote it off as kind of awkward, but let me play it for you again, and then I'll respond after the fact. This is what Kelsey Plum said about the t-shirts, and you can, Sabrina.
Caitlin Clark didn't take the disrespect quietly. When Kelsey Plum posted All-Star Weekend photos, one in front of a Nike logo despite being sponsored by Under Armour, Clark hit back with just 6 words. Thank you for the Nike ad. It was sharp, subtle, and exposed the hypocrisy perfectly. This wasn't just a clever clapback, it showed Clark's composure and strategic mind. While some players take shots at her, Clark keeps elevating the league. The irony? Those same critics benefit from her impact. Bigger crowds, better ratings, and real money. She's the engine driving the WNBA's growth, even as others try to tear her down.
To me, I thought that was a little dig at Caitlin. A lot of people definitely thought so. Now, we know Caitlin Clark is a Nike athlete. She's with Nike. And guess who had to pull up to the Nike party? None other than Sabrina Ionescu. None other than Kelsey Plum. My bad, y'all. None other than Kelsey Plum, bruh. Caitlin Clark commented on her picture. Thank you for the Nike app.
Before Caitlin Clark, the WNBA struggled. Low profits, modest crowds, little attention. Then she arrived, breaking records and boosting ticket sales, merch, and viewership. The whole league gained. Yet some players resent her success, wanting the benefits without giving her credit. It's like blaming the golden goose while chasing its eggs.
It lost money last year. It's lost money for what, 28 years now, 27 years, 26 years? However long, it ain't never turned a profit. Again, they're about to make more money. They are. The media rights deal, which is where all the money is about to push salaries higher. All right? I think what a lot of people really are sick of is they're sick of the activism part of it, which is what the other night was. Let's go out and show solidarity in protest kind of crap. And sports fans are like, oh, I'm here for the freaking All-Star game. If you want.
Sabrina Ionescu gets what Kelsey Plum doesn't. Success isn't zero-sum. Clark's rise lifts the entire WNBA, not just herself. Ionescu has gained from the league's growth. More viewers, better sponsors, and media buzz. That's why she supports Clark. It's not just loyalty, it's smart for the league. Her response to Plum wasn't just defense, It was leadership. When the WNBA's biggest star is constantly disrespected, it hurts everyone. Imagine NBA players tearing down LeBron or Curry in their prime, it wouldn't fly. Yet somehow, that's become normal with Caitlin Clark.
It was definitely awkward what Kelsey Plum said. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, and that she was attempting to have some trash talk there. She had taken a shot at Team Caitlin Clark and how much better Team Collier was earlier in the game, and not associate that directly with Caitlin Clark. One, because of, the delivery and the awkwardness involved there, and her saying she's trying to lighten the mood. So I think that's what that was supposed to be, but it was completely unnecessary, didn't need to be said, and certainly putting it out there publicly.
Sabrina Ionescu's defense of Caitlin Clark wasn't just support. It was a statement about the WNBA's future. Should the league uplift its stars, or let jealousy overshadow progress? In a sport chasing relevance and stability, sidelining your biggest draw is self-sabotage. Clark is more than a player. She's a cultural force bringing new fans to women's basketball. Ionescu understands that rising stars help everyone. Meanwhile, Plum's comment was an unforced error, needless, divisive, and poorly timed during a moment meant for unity. Instead of building momentum, it exposed the petty drama that keeps the WNBA from reaching its full potential.
People who don't believe in the CC effect, my precious CC. Y'all ticket sales went from $262 to $121 to $64 to get in at the door. That is horrible. It decreased by 48%. You hear me? That is wild. So for all the ones who be hating on my precious CC, understand the Caitlin Clark effect is real. The CC effect is real. My precious CC is real. You hear me? Y'all need to put some respect on her name. That's wild, huh? We only wanted to see my precious CC, not nobody else.
Great champions lead with mindset, not just talent. Sabrina Ionescu backed Caitlin Clark, praised her growth, and defended her when it mattered. Clark stayed classy, letting her game speak. As the WNBA grows, unity matters, and Ionescu set the example. Plum didn't reply, but Clark's subtle clapback said it all.
Kelsey Plum did reply to this. No, she didn't. Kelsey Plum did not reply. So CC definitely fired back, man. So, a lot of posts is coming from this weekend. This is another post. So here you go, Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Plum. So Kelsey Plum letting me know to do Under Armour. Thank you to my Under Armour team for making Plumberry come to life. That is funny, bro. That is funny.
Kelsey Plum's comments were an unforced error that stirred drama during a moment meant to unite the league. Sabrina Ionescu responded perfectly, firm yet professional. Caitlin Clark, as always, handled it with grace and focus, letting her game speak. Ionescu gets it. Clark lives it. The Caitlin Clark era is here, and smart players will grow with it, not fight it. The queen doesn't need to clap back. She's got leaders like Ionescu handling the noise while she builds a legacy and grows the game. That's how real championship cultures are made.